Hello friends, it's Willie. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you visited with me before, welcome back. It has been quite some time since I have uploaded anything. So long time no upload. This is a pattern for me. I'm not terribly consistent about uploading, but I still enjoy being part of the YouTube community. I'm going to be working on some diamond painting today, so if that interests you, please hang around. Maybe grab a project of your own and we can work together. This is my latest project. I've been working on it kind of sporadically over the past couple weeks. It's Aurora, aka Sleeping Beauty, and I originally purchased this because on the website, and I'm sorry, I can't remember which company I purchased her from. If I find it in my records, I will put it into the comments. I have a little timer up here in the corner so I don't talk your ear off because it's been a while. But this is the full view. I bought it because on the website the dress looked blue. It's actually shades of green. One of my pens just went rolling off the table. But it's not pink. That's the point. It's not pink. So let me shift my little table around here. Pardon the camera jiggling. Oh, both of my pens fell. I probably got my fat head in the camera range there. Got some coffee with me. And let's just do a little drill and spill. If you have a project that you're working on, feel free to break it out. I'm going to try not to go too long, but it's been a while. So I don't have my light board out. I don't have my easel out. So we're just going to be working on a flat surface for right now. This is different than most diamond paintings that I've ever done or that I've unboxed on the channel, in that the schematics are not on the side. You don't work on her in the normal view. The schematics are at the top and the bottom, sideways. So I'm just going to drill and talk a little bit. I've got two diamond painting pens. I've been using the tip of this one for multi-placing. I think it's only a 3 or 4 placer. I believe this was a hand-turned pen that I bought from an Etsy seller. This is a pen that came from one of the budget-friendly Chinese shops, and it's purple and sparkly. I like purple. I like sparkly. I love purple sparkly. Basic blue wax that came from another kit. And I've got one of my NyxsNotions tall boy trays because I have a tendency for drills to go flying when I shake them in the tray. So let's get down to work here. Probably have to get some wax in these pans. Story of my life. This is a color that I thought I had lost. I thought it had fallen off my work table. Couldn't find it anywhere. Went to move a backpack type bag that was sitting by the work table, and it was tucked away in there. So I didn't have to go through my stash to try to find extras that may or may not have matched the original color. Now, if you've never diamond painted before, this is what we call a square, because the drills themselves are square. The other option is round. Squares tend to actually be smaller than rounds, but they cover more of the surface of your canvas. So you tend to get a more detailed picture when you use the squares. The very first diamond painting that I did was a square. It was of Little Marie from the Aristocats. And I have it here. I can't remember if I showed it on camera within the past year. if you go way back in the archives on my website, it will be there. So the first diamond painting I ever did was squares. Some people get intimidated by squares, but for me, because it was the first one I ever did, I didn't know any better, which is probably a good thing. Now, the color that I'm working with right now, the symbols are kind of dark on the canvas, so I probably should have this on the light board, but I find that the light board doesn't do as well on camera as working without it. So we'll see how things go here. But again, I've been away for a while. That happens a lot with me. If you go back through the history of my channel, I kind of come and go on seemingly on a whim. I've been going through one of those periods where my overall health hasn't been good. I'm kind of coming out of that, thank God, because it was just getting really tedious. And I was not loving it. But things are getting better. I've been taking care of my health. I have a doctor's appointment scheduled next week, I believe, that I scheduled back in January or February. That's how long it's been taking me to get in to see the doctor. I had a visit to urgent care about a month or two ago when I thought maybe I had COVID again. The symptoms were very, very similar to when I had COVID the first time after I came back from my Disney cruise last March 2023. I went on the cruise with my two best friends. We all came home with the Rona. You know, you get on a floating petri dish and that could happen. And that did happen. Fortunately, none of us got terribly sick and we weren't sick for very long. I was out of work for, about 2 or 3 days, and then I worked from home the rest of the week because our policy still says that if you test positive, you need to be out for 5 days, even if you're feeling better. I'm doing some multi-placing now. Again, for those of you who might not be familiar with diamond painting, multi-placing isn't something that I love. I typically do single placing on most of my canvases, and there are people out there who can multi-place like 7 to 10 drills at a time. I'm not one of those people. I'm really not. And I don't know that I ever want to be. I used to take great pride in the fact that I single placed all of my diamond paintings. This is what I'm talking about with the shaking down with the words, Willie. Words. Hello. With the shallow. That's the word I was trying to think of. Shallow. With the shallower trays, sometimes when you shake the drills to get them in line, they just go all over the place. And then you have to put them back, and it's irritating. So that's why I like this tall boy from NyxsNotions. And I'll try to remember to leave a link to Nyx's Etsy shop. Can you tell I'm out of practice with this? Oh my goodness, I can't talk. I usually say I can talk and walk and chew gum at the same time, but apparently I can't talk and do anything else today. So yeah, I wasn't uploading because I honestly wasn't feeling great, and I was mostly coming home from work, and often would be in bed by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and just didn't feel like doing much of anything when I got home. So that's why I haven't uploaded in a while, but I'm really getting back into it and wanting to do it. And again, I have plans for the channel for videos that I want to do. We'll see if they actually come to fruition or not. Let's see, what else have I been up to? My friends and I are planning what should be a very fabulous, possibly once in a lifetime kind of bucket list vacation for next January. We are going to fly down to Orlando, do a couple of days at Walt Disney World, which is nothing new. We've done that plenty of times before. Then we're going to get on the Disney Fantasy and do a 5-night Bahamian cruise with a stop at Nassau, a stop at Disney's private island, Castaway Cay, and then we're going to get to stop at Disney's newest private island. Is it Lookout Point at Lighthouse Cay? Or Lighthouse Point at Lookout Cay? I probably should have looked that up before I started filming, huh? It opens, I believe, next month. So we're looking forward to that. And then we're going to do a couple more days at Disney before we fly home. So we're working on plans for that. I'm really looking forward to it. So that will be pretty epic. And that's one of the reasons I really wanted to focus lately on getting my health back on track, because I want to feel good when I go, and I want to be able to participate in as much as I can when I'm there. So that's why I'm trying to get my health a little bit back on track. You know, I'm not getting any younger. And, you know, stuff happens. Sorry, I'm looking for my little symbols here that I'm placing. And I wish the light were better. I still haven't quite figured out decent lighting for my videos. The lighting in my apartment is not great. So I'm working with what I can. It's a little bit, it's not really sunny out today. So, you know, natural lighting is not going to help much, unfortunately. So how are all of you doing? I feel like I haven't checked in on people in a long time. I've been really missing the diamond painting community. So I need to catch up with everybody. I haven't done any diamond painting events for the longest time. I've just kind of been pulling what calls to me. I've been trying to shop my stash, because my stash is extensive, like embarrassingly extensive. So I've been trying to shop that. This particular kit has been in my stash for a long time. I think I had pulled it out maybe last summer to do as a backup kit for, what was it, the Disney Diamond Painting with Friends event. I worked on the smaller version of Walt at his drawing board with the Fab Five surrounding him. And I wanted to get a larger version of that kit, because the one that I did was a 30 by 40 centimeter. And I wasn't exactly happy with the resolution. And I know there are larger kits out there, and I still want to get a larger version of the kit to get better resolution and then hang that, because I am a fan, and it all started with Walt and Roy. So anything I can do to kind of keep their memories alive, and remind myself and others that it all started with them and a mouse. So yeah, I want to get a larger version of that, but for now we want to get Miss Aurora finished up, and I've got some other things that I want to work on. I recently got a kit that I saw a Facebook friend work on. It's the Central Perk sign, the coffee shop from Friends. For my birthday in February, I went to Salem, Massachusetts with my friends Tammy and Jerry, and we went into Boston for a day and went to the Central Perk there. So I saw a friend doing a little, I think it's a 30 by 40 Central Perk kit. She got it from Temu. So I ordered a kit, so that'll be a nice memory of that trip. Yeah, we went to Massachusetts in February, as one does. Actually, I am placing the wrong drills there. Am I? This is a problem I have. And I've done it several times with this kit. I've put the wrong color in place. And because I don't have this on a light board, I'm having trouble seeing what I'm doing here. Okay, we're down here. So for diamond painters, this will be a don't do what I do. This video will be a cautionary tale for my fellow diamond painters. Get your light board out. Get your easel. Anyway, if nothing else, if I can provide some comic relief for you for the day, that's all in the good. Pardon the silence. I've in addition to renewing my interest in participating in YouTube, I have also renewed my interest in collecting Disney pins. That's something I've done for quite some time. I've collected other pins as well. I have not an extensive, it's pretty small collection of Hard Rock Cafe pins from my travels. And I have some other goofy little pins that I buy at various places. A lot of sloths, some Harry Potter type pins. Oh. But I am a Disney pin collector. I'd like to get into trading. So I've been working on my pin collection again. Most of it was living at the house. Good Lord, I'm having trouble with this today. Most of my pins were living at the house up in Pennsylvania. And we've been kind of clearing things out to have the drywall done and repaired in the house. Good grief. Wells, come on. There. No, now I lost another one. See, this is why I don't hate. This is why I don't do multi-placing a lot. It's hard. A lot of people will tell you it's not hard. It is for some of us, okay? We've been doing the drywall anyway. And we've had to clear out rooms to get them ready for the contractors to come in. And for some reason, I was keeping all of my pins and pin paraphernalia up in PA, and I've been wanting to play with it again, so I'd planned to bring that down here to Maryland anyway. So with having to clear stuff out of my bedroom up in PA, I started bringing all my pins down, and I'm getting back into organizing them, figuring out how I want to display them, because a lot of them were just sitting in bags or boxes on their original backing cards. Going on, there's a website called PinPix where you can compare the pins that you have, figure out, you know, when they were made, that sort of thing, and you can keep your own little inventory on PinPix. So I've been trying to slowly get that updated. Hang on, let me take a sip of coffee. I also want to get into pin trading, which is something I hadn't really done much before. And it's something I want to do on this trip in January, but I'd also like to maybe do some online pin trading. There are a bunch of wonderful Disney YouTubers. There's a whole Disney YouTube community out there. And lots of people do pin videos and kind of like diamond painting videos. They're bad for me because I want to go and buy things. And I have been buying things. The videos are kind of helping me get back into the pin collecting world. And again, I'd like to do some pin trading. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if anything happens. There is a pin trading event coming up in Maryland in July that I'm planning to go to. If any of you are from the area and you're into Disney pins as well, please leave me a comment or send me some sort of message, because I'd love to meet other pin collectors and traders in the area. Because none of my friends are really into pin collecting. And it's always fun to have somebody to share with. That's where that drill went. I knew one had fallen off of my pen. I'm sorry, folks. I'm really rambling at this point, so I should probably wrap it up. Pin trading event coming up. Oh, and Yvonne Burgess, and of course the name of her channel just went flying out of my head, is spearheading a diamond painting event next July. Not July 2024, but July of 2025 in Richmond, Virginia. And I have sent in my deposit to register for that. I have been dying to go to a diamond painting event, and a lot of them are a little too far away for me to really travel to. Texas seems to be a hot spot for diamond painting events, and I watch the videos when people go to them, and they look like so much fun. And you get to meet all kinds of diamond painters and people that you see doing diamond painting on YouTube, and just the fellowship, and they usually have prizes from sponsors. And it just looks like so much fun. And I just lost another drill somewhere, because apparently my sticky isn't stickying. That made absolutely no sense, Wilma. But yeah, if anybody else thinks they might be going to the pin event, listen to me. I've had coffee today. There's no excuse for this. if they might be going to the diamond painting event in Richmond, please let me know. I would love to be able to meet some of the people that I admire on YouTube. Sweet Tea, I believe you're in one of the Carolinas. Can you make it to Richmond? Because it would be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful to meet you. And I believe there are some other diamond painters in Northern Virginia or in Virginia. Crafty Chef Diamond. I would imagine that you're involved in that somehow, so I hope to be able to meet you as well. It'll be nice to meet some friends, see what other diamond painters are doing. Hopefully pick up some tips and tricks. And just have a weekend doing diamond painting and having a good time. I've gone to a number of scrapbooking crops over the years. And that's also something else that I would like to get back into. One of these days. Because I miss the ladies that I hung out with there. I used to do a number of crops through It's a Diva Crop, which is run by somebody here in Maryland. Although the events have been happening in Fredericksburg, Virginia. So if you're into scrapbooking, card making, any kind of paper crafting, and you want more information about that, leave me a comment and I will be happy to pass on the information to you. Betsy, the lady who runs that, is absolutely wonderful. She is so much fun. She is also a, oh my gosh. I am not braining today. She's also a Creative Memories representative and a very good one. And there's a wonderful Stampin' Up! Demonstrator named Jeanette who comes to her crops. So much fun. A lot of fun. So if you're into that kind of thing and you want more information, either Google It's a Diva Crop or leave me a note. Hang on, I need to roll this thing. I know a lot of people use either professional brayers or rolling pins. I found this double-ended pastry roller on Amazon for maybe $4. And I use that to roll things. It doesn't take up the room. Oh, and it's very squeaky. Maybe I need some WD-40. Doesn't take up as much room as a rolling pin, and it's not as costly as some of the professional brayers that you might find. And brayers, that's one of those things. Don't buy those from the low-budget Chinese websites. You can usually get them cheaper on Amazon, or you can get something like this. It's cheap and it works. And you can do a very small section with this end. This is only a couple of inches long. I don't really have a lot of popping on this, but I've seen a little bit. The drills fit pretty well. And again, this was a budget kit. So I'm pretty pleased with this so far. The drills have been in really good shape. Any mistakes that you're seeing there is user error, not the kit. So I've been very happy with this kit. So if I can find the information about it in my diamond painting journal, I'll list it below if it's still available. But again, I've just been very happy with it. It cracks me up though that her dress is actually green instead of blue. This is kind of a minty. We've got minty greens here, not blue, but it's not pink. That's the whole point. Not that Aurora isn't lovely with her pink dress, but I am a Merryweather girl. Make it blue. Make it blue. And if you haven't watched Sleeping Beauty in a hot minute, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But it's Disney, okay? It's Disney. So I have been rambling for a half hour now, according to my little timer here. So it is time for me to wrap up and say goodbye. I'm going to keep working on this girl because I'm having fun working on her, and that's the whole point. If you're not having fun doing this, why would you do it? And I do find it very relaxing, except for when I lose drills. Although it's fun when you find them again, so, you know, whatever. I am going to try to start participating in something called Pin Me Up Wednesday, now that I'm getting back into pin collecting. So you'll see me hopefully posting videos around 9 o'clock every Wednesday morning with something Disney pin related or just pin related. I may pull out my Hard Rock Cafe pins at some point, because that was my first big pin obsession before I had a chance to really get into the Disney pins. So anyway, friends, please feel free to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. Please talk to me in the comments. I would love to hear from you, even if it's you just saying, hey, Willie, you really are out of practice, girl. Start recording again so you don't sound so ridiculous. That's okay. I don't mind, it all slides off my back. But thank you for spending time with me. There are a lot of YouTubers out there, and I'm just really thrilled that you spent a little bit of your time today with me. Until we meet again, please remember to always try to find time every day to do something that you love and that makes you happy. Take care, be well, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.